Shay here. Today is our whip and chat for the week. WIP is WIP, and that stands for work in progress. My current work in progress is a diamond painting. So go ahead and pull out whatever craft you're working on. And or if there's anything else you want to do for an hour, I will keep you busy, and let's just catch up and have a good time and have some fun and just kind of go through what's been going on with me. Y'all, please tell me in the comments, and I normally always forget to ask you guys, how are you doing and what are you guys up to? I love to hear how you guys are doing. I've gotten really close to a lot of you, and I look forward to your comments. What project you're working on, how you're doing personally. If you want to tell me that, I'd love to hear. But yeah, just let me know how you guys are doing, because I always forget to ask that. And afterwards, I'm always like, gosh, I felt like I just talked about myself the whole time. And, again, I wish this was, because I see this as an opportunity I see this as a chance to like sit down with friends, with coffee, got my coffee, and just like chat. But of course, I don't have the other end of the conversation, so sometimes it's hard. And I would love to hear how you guys are doing. So be sure and let me know. Again, so I have my coffee, and it's got caramel macchiato creamer from something Delights. I forget. International Delight, I think is the brand. But it's really good. Okay, so this is really weird today. So today is Wednesday for me / Thursday for y'all. I always film these the day before. And I am home alone. Home alone, just with 2 dogs. This never happens. My husband works from home. I have 3 kids, and 2 dogs. So there's always people here. There's always someone around. And I'm actually filming this naked because I can. No, just kidding. I told my boys this morning when they left for school, before they left, I said, hey guys, I'm like, dad had to go to work today. He's not here. Y'all are leaving. I said, I'm just going to like walk around naked and, blast the music and just do whatever I want to do. And they both kind of looked at me like, you are weird, lady. Now, for those of you that are new, I have 2 teenage boys. They are 16 and 15. And then I've got a little girl that's 9. So I took her to school earlier this morning. Today was picture day. So it was a really big deal. She had her dress on and a necklace, and we had her hair with a little clip. And so she got up, on time and was super excited. She wore heels, and we walked to school. Halfway there, the heels came off, and we had packed a pair of tennis shoes. So we had to change in the middle of the street on the sidewalk. That was fun. But she seemed happy, and she kept saying, they're not going to see my feet in the picture, are they? Because she had a dress on. And I said, no, honey, they're not going to see your feet. You are good. So, okay, but before we get into the kid stuff and all that stuff that's been going on, let me just talk a little bit about diamond painting stuff. So I am working on a diamond dots painting. And it doesn't come with a sticker or anything. So Editing Shay will add a picture in here for y'all to see what the image looks like. It is a partial. Now when I say partial, it's like 85% still needing to be drilled. So it's not really like a true partial in my mind. So I've got the diamond dots. I just started on it yesterday because I finished my witch that I was doing for DP Festival of Witches that Emeralds and Fairy Lights is putting on. So I did my witch, and then this is for Drills and Chills. And it's really a pretty harvest picture like y'all saw in the picture that I popped up. So I was able to finish this square because I do use release papers. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I'm sorry I was in the middle of it. I think I was in the middle of a sentence, but oh my gosh, my husband came home and scared me half to death. I was just telling you guys, I was alone. Before he went to work, he went to give blood. He had an appointment to give blood work for a doctor's appointment. And he did that first, and then he came home. And he came home and brought me Starbucks. He stopped at Starbucks, and he brought me a breakfast sandwich. But he scared the crap out of me because I thought I was alone. And I had the door shut because I didn't want the dogs in here. And, I was just talking to y'all. And then all of a sudden I hear somebody walking in our bedroom. I hear footsteps. And I was like, and then I looked at him, and that's when I paused the video. But I was so scared. You guys, whew. So I had to pause. Him and I talked for a while. We've got a lot of drama going on with the kids. I'll get into that a little bit. I don't want to talk about it too much, but yeah, Ryan has just been something else lately. So we've been dealing with some stuff there. Okay, so let's get back to, I don't remember where I ended off at, but I think we were talking about diamond painting stuff, hopefully. Let me pull the plug out of my, these are funny. These little stoppers, Lou likes to use for Barbies, like as swords. And she likes to keep them. I don't know why. Or like the little umbrellas that you get in like certain little drinks. Those little paper straws, little paper umbrellas. Let's see, what did he get me? Ooh, a cappuccino. Yes, I told him, I said, I just made a cup of coffee before I started filming this, but I will definitely put that aside and take this. And then I'll eat the breakfast sandwich after. But that was so nice of him. But he just left. I think he just left. Y'all, I thought I was alone. That scared me so bad. Okay. All right, I got to get back to my groove here. I was all ready to film, and then he came in, and like I said, we had a deep conversation about the kids, and now I'm like, whew, okay, back to y'all. All right, so I'm working on, you know, my diamond dots. I don't think I gave y'all the name. It's called Autumn Harvest. And I know a lot of times when I do my videos, I don't talk about all the specifics of what I'm using. And I'm going to start doing that because, you know, y'all may want to know. I mean, I put it in the description, but I thought I would go ahead and let you guys know what I got on my, in front of us here. I did use some washi tape. This is one of the washi tape rolls that you get from the Craftably paintings. So I found a Halloween one, or an orange one. So I just kind of put that around the edges. And then my pins, you know, I just did that unboxing a few days ago. So this one's from Enabler's Outpost. And a lot of people said it reminds them of like ice cream with like caramel. And it reminded me of like coffee, or I don't know. I love it. It just gave me the fall feels, you know, with the white and the browns and golds. And then Elizabeth was so sweet. She included one of their gold plated stainless steel tips. It's the only one I have. I've never used a stainless steel tip before, and I'm loving it. So this was for my 1,000 subscriber gift from her. So that was really sweet. And it just accents the pen. It just really, really sets it off. It's really nice. So I like that. And then here's my Diamond Art Club pen that I got. I really actually like this. I keep switching, and sometimes I like the thinner pen, and I haven't used a really skinny pen in a long time. Of course, I've got micro glue dots in both of my single placers, and then I've got pink, sorry, not pink wax. I started using blue wax that I got from Lindsay from Emeralds and Fairy Lights. She sent me a bunch of hearts of blue wax, so I've been using that. The tray, this is just a prototype, so you'll see some, you know, some things that we've been working on, but this is a tray that trays that I made. So, and it's got the diamond, but again, there's a little bit of line. So we've been fixing some things, but I just used them to kind of test them out. But I really loved the colors of this. It's really, really pretty. And it kind of to me, it's got the yellow, the oranges, the green, so it matched the painting. So I've got that. Got my gold tweezers from Mary's Diamonds. Love those. And then I just did the unboxing yesterday of these, but this is my sunflower that I got from Oh Snap Crafters Cafe from the Uncrafty Crafter. And then these are my little pumpkins that I got from Just Mind Your Business that I also had unboxed yesterday. So you'll see those. So, and what I'm using is, even though I'm using release papers, I'm still able to use magnets because I have a desk cover that I got from IKEA that I'll put down in the description, and I have it on my desk all the time. And it's great because it kind of just, I have it on each of the corners of the painting. Like I've got this little pumpkin right here. Yeah, so I kind of just pin each of the corners down. It's fun just to have some decorative, but again, they are, you know, magnetic. I do have my trash tray. I found this little, this was like in the fairy, like at was it Michael's? Yeah, Michael's, like in their little fairy garden stuff. That's like a big bucket, and I just included a magnet. So I made this. I just put a magnet on the bottom. So it's like, yeah, my little trash bucket, and it really sticks. Yeah, so I love this magnetic desk cover. It's one of my favorite things. And what else? So again, I got release papers. I get these from Star Ore from Amazon. And then I'm using Elizabeth Ward storage containers. There's only 25 colors, so I have, you know, quite a bit of space. So not a whole lot of colors, but some beautiful oranges and yellows and browns. There are some ABs in this painting. There's one, I want to say there's two, maybe three, but yeah. So that's been fun. But yeah, I'm enjoying this painting a lot. Like I said, I started working on it last night, and the shine is just so nice. I love it. Did y'all see that Diamond Art Club post where they were doing a giveaway? I think it was like $200 gift card to Diamond Art Club if you posted it's like a video contest. I thought about doing it, and you have to answer like, I think it's 2 or 3 questions, like, you know, what is diamond painting? And I guess if they pick you, you get to, you win something. So I'm like, should I don't know when the deadline is, but I thought, so I've been thinking about it. What is diamond painting to me? And then I printed off the sheet. I don't have it with me. I think it's upstairs on the printer. But yeah, so they're running a contest right now. So if anybody wants to do that, if it's still going, do it. That would be fun. All right, let me pick a color and we will get started. So I ended last night on this square, so then we could, ooh, look at that. We got another pumpkin. Love this. Yeah, this apple was really fun to do. And the leaves, hopefully y'all can see that. It's really pretty. There's a little bit of a glare, but really, really pretty. All right, let's start with, let's do the L's. L. Now these were staticky. As you know, Diamond Dots has a reputation for having, you know, staticky drills. And so I did have to, and I might even have some dryer sheets still on a few of these, but I had to include some dryer sheets just to get the static, and it really works. That's a great little trick. If y'all haven't tried that yet, you just cut them in little squares, little pieces, and you just pop them in here and shake them. And it really makes a difference. Yeah, I've got a dryer sheet in this one. You know, see that? There's a dryer sheet in the bottom of this one. Oh, actually I put a couple in there. Man, I must have really felt like, I mean, what a difference. Look, they're not even sticking to the side anymore. So, all right. Let's give this a little shakies. All right, look at that. Yeah, we've really been testing these trays out. I know I've had some people ask if we're selling them. Not yet. Maybe one day. We're still trying to, you know, work out the kinks, decide if we like the little charms on there. I have one with hearts, diamonds, different colors, but yeah, we're kind of just playing around with them. But I am happy. That's all I use now is our trays. Trays by Shay, or trays made by Shay. I don't know. There's lots of little names that we've been kind of tossing around, but all right, you guys. What other diamond painting things? So let's see. I wonder if you guys are doing, you know, drills and chills. That's been fun. On Instagram, been following all the, you know, looking at all the paintings, and of course the Festival of Witches. That's been fun too. After this one, I'm gonna have to, because this one, I don't think this one's gonna take me very long. I'll have to decide on what I've got next. I've got a couple of ones that will fit the theme, because gosh, it's only the 15th. So I've got some time still to do more paintings, which is fun because normally for an event, I do larger paintings and I'm lucky to get that one done in a month. But this is a 2-month long event. So you definitely can do, you know, more than one if you're not doing some huge ones. So I needed a break from the big ones. I really did. All right, you guys, craft room update. I had that written on my notes. I know I haven't talked about it in a while. Again, it's kind of held up by my husband and his little man cave room that he wants to tweak and do some things to. He's actually, over this past weekend, he worked on I don't know what software he used, but he kind of drew up like a, you know, almost like a blueprint, if you will, or a CAD file of, you know, with the dimensions and how he wants the room to look. So that way the contractor can get a really good idea of, you know, what we're wanting. And he's still tweaking some things. So, you know, we can't really move forward. It's not the contractor. We can't really move forward until we get our act together and until we make our final decisions on what we want. My room is going to be super simple. Put up a wall, you know, that's all I need, and a door. And then they're going to make a closet. I filmed a little video yesterday for my Patreons of the space of the potential craft room. Kind of gave them a little tour so they could see, you know, where we're thinking about putting everything. So that was fun to film. And I'm still getting my bearings with Patreon stuff because, you know, it's all new to me and I'm not, I don't really know what I'm doing. So I'm figuring it out, and they're really, really sweet. So it's been fun to connect with those folks, you know, a little more personal level. But yeah, not much of a craft room update. I will keep y'all posted, but I feel like we're getting one step closer because at least my husband is starting to feel like, I think after we got that first quote from the contractor and we saw how much it was going to be, my husband's like, we're going to scale back a little bit. I'm going to change some things. So he's actually going to make it cheaper, which will be good. And so that's what, you know, has been taking time because it's a process. And I guess going into it, I thought, oh, you know, he told me to find a contractor and I found one like a couple days later and I thought, okay, we're going to do this. I was ready, but I didn't realize he was going to want to do all these other things. And, you know, you got to go back and forth. And so it's, you know, if you're going to spend the money and really, he wants to make sure he doesn't want to have everything done and look back and go, gosh, I wish I would have done this or done that. So I'm glad he's taking his time. I'm in no rush. You know, I'm good here in the bedroom. I've got my setup and it works. And, you know, we don't need a fancy craft room to film. So it's just going to be an added bonus benefit, all those things. I think I'm done with that color. This is it's a little confetti, not too bad. Did I put it back? Why did I put it back? I normally have them out and kept out so I know what I'm working on. Y'all. All right. So we talked about that. So my birthday is a week from this Saturday. It's on the 25th, and the Texas State Fair starts on the 24th, the Friday. So my birthday's on a Saturday, and it starts the day before. And so I thought it would be really fun because my kids have never been to the Texas State Fair, and it's a big deal. I don't know if everybody else has big fairs like Texas does, but gosh, y'all, they've got these huge buildings of like, you know, the car show, livestock, there's rides. It's just a big fun deal. And I've been several times. And so my kids have never been. And so I thought, and there's this big fairgrounds. It's huge. I mean, they've got these huge buildings that they use just for the fair. They've got Big Tex, which is this huge guy. It's like, hello, welcome to the state fair. You know, he's got and he's wearing his boots and his big hat. And so he's famous. And then of course the Fletcher's corny dogs and of course everything's fried. So you have to try a bunch of fried food. So, and then they have pig races and all kinds of fun stuff. So I thought that'd be really fun to spend the day at the fair with the family for my birthday. And then we invited my mom and dad. So hopefully they can come too. They're actually out of town right now. And so I haven't had a chance to kind of check in with them. I'm letting them be and letting them have their time. It's so hot here. So they kind of decided to go up and enjoy some cooler weather for a little bit. So I don't blame them. So I've been super jealous. They've been updating me and I'm like, 60s? What? We're still in the 90s here. But it is starting to cool down a little bit. This morning when we went out to walk Lou to school, it was a crisp, it was a 68, 70 kind of feeling. I was like, all right, this is nice. I almost feel like I needed a little jacket. And, we're still rocking, summer wear over here. So, yeah. So they've been gone. Speaking of that, they gave Ryan they asked since he's driving now, now for y'all that are new, I have my 16-year-old is now driving. And then my 15-year-old just started driving school on Monday. And then, so my parents are out of town and they live about a half a mile from us. And so they leave their cat at the house and they board their dog. And they asked Ryan, who's not very responsible at times, to watch their house and to do all these different things. They're going to be gone for 11 days. And it is like pulling teeth to get him to go over there. For one, just to get him to go over there. I've had to threaten, I'm going to take away your truck. I'm going to take away your computer if you don't go over there now. Because he just keeps putting it off. And I'm like, you need to go feed the cat. You need to go water. You need to go check the things. You need to do what, you said you would do for them. And they pay him to. So, I don't think they should, which I'm going to tell them, by the way, when they get home. If y'all are watching this, I think they watch my videos sometimes. Mom, Dad, do not pay him. because I don't think he should be paid this time. They paid him last time, and I just think, I don't know, he's kind of on my excuse my language, but my shit list right now. So yeah, we're not thinking he needs to be paid, but he the other day he went over there to check on the cat, and my dad had asked him to open up the garage to let some hot air out, you know, for a little bit, just a few minutes, and then close it. Well, we got a call from my dad about an hour after Ryan had been there, and the neighbor had noticed that the garage was still open. So I go up to his room, I'm like, buddy, did you open the garage? And he's like, oh my gosh, I forgot to close it. So I'd rather just do it myself, personally, just check on the cat, make sure everything, because I don't want him to, you know, he's supposed to be watering, and I'm afraid he's going to, you know, kill their flowers or plants, and, you know, and just having to ride him to go over there to feed the cat, y'all. And then the other night, he needed to go to look for some shoes because he's got homecoming this weekend. And because I told y'all about homecoming before, and he needed some shoes. So he was going to go shoe shopping. And I was like, well, make sure and check on the cat too, you know, while you're out. Okay. He comes home. He's all excited about the shoes he bought. He's showing me everything. And I'm like, so you checked on the cat? And he's like, oh my gosh, I forgot. I'm like, oh my gosh. Where's your head? Y'all, he's killing me. Killing me. Oh my gosh. Now he does have, you know, ADHD, and he doesn't take medication for it. We've gone down that road, and it wasn't, I don't know, it didn't work. He wasn't eating, and he said it didn't really make him feel any different. So we just kind of stopped it. But I can't always use that excuse though for him. I'm almost like, oh, I feel, you know, it's his ADHD, but I don't know. I think part of the problem is that my husband and I were talking about this morning was they don't have a whole lot of they have no responsibilities at home. I'm basically raising, you know, my husband put it really elegantly, and he made sense. He's like, just think, if you know, the two boys were to get an apartment together, like when they turn 18, let's say, and they move out, they get an apartment. What are they going to do? Okay, the house is going to look like a mess, right? It's going to be disgusting because they don't pick up after themselves. I do. They're not going to know how to do their laundry because I do it. And they're just going to be video gaming all day. He goes, is that what you want? And I was like, no, that is not what I want. So we're going to have a sit down, and we're going to change some things because things are not working right now as they are. And I'm just, y'all, I'm too soft, and I do too much. And I know I've talked about this before on my channel with my kids. You know, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I just do the things. I do their laundry. I put it away. They don't, you know, I take out the trash because I'm here during the day, and I'm not going to wait for them to take out the trash for me. I'm not going to wait till they get home from school. You know, I pick up the dog poop most of the time. You know, I have asked them, and we did have a system at one point, but that kind of, you know, faded away, and I just do it because it's just easier than asking them and having to deal with the drama. But my husband's like, no, there's no drama. You tell them to do it, and they need to go do it. And you just need to be hard. Don't be their friend. And that's what I'm struggling with. You guys, it's just having kids. I'll tell you what. And I'm sorry I'm going on and on about this. It's just on my mind. It's on my heart. And this isn't going to be all about this. I just, again, my husband and I had just talked about it, and we want them to be well-rounded, functioning adults. You know what I mean? And you want them to be happy. And he's like, you're not their friend. You're not their friend. So my husband's more the hard one, and I'm the softie, but he doesn't always want to be the heavy. So, and you know, he goes, when we sit down and talk to them, I want you to speak up, and I want you to be on my side. And I'm like, okay. So we're really going to work on that. We're going to have a meeting, and we're going to talk to the kids because some things have got to change, especially for the boys. You know, they're older. He was like, they're not kids anymore. They're not babies anymore. There's so many things they can do. And I've had a neighbor across the street that has made a couple of comments here recently. There was one day I was unloading mulch for Lou's birthday party before the luau party in the backyard. I was unloading a bunch of mulch. And the guy says to me, don't you have two strong boys that can help you do that? I'm like, they're still sleeping. And then he said something again the other day. I was bringing up the trash cans from the street after they'd been emptied, or I was bringing them out to be emptied. And he was like, don't we have kids to do this stuff for us? Because he was doing his too. And I'm like, yes, why am I doing this? So y'all, I just need to and y'all, I need y'all's help. I don't know how y'all can help me, but I just need to be reminded. I need to have a mantra. You are not their friend. And I need to be like a drill sergeant. You know, when they grow up and, you know, they're not going to hate me. They're going to love me. And it's not going to, you know, I don't care if I make them mad. And that's where I need to look at things. I'm always worried about, you know, yeah. So I've got to really work on some things. It's just not my personality, and it feels weird to me to be the drill sergeant. It's just not my natural way. And it feels very foreign to me. So I'm going to have to figure that out. All right. How did we get on this subject? I forget. Oh, we were talking about the cat. Oh my gosh, y'all, the cat, that poor cat. I mean, she's being fed every day. And, you know, like I went over there last night. So one more quick thing about Ryan and then we'll be done. I had to take his truck away. Yep. First time I've ever had a take his truck away. And because I took it away, I had to go check on the cat last night. And I'm like, wait, what am I doing? So I told him today, I was like, okay, your truck is taken away, but you can still drive to go take care of the cat. Because that's punishing me. I mean, I don't need to be adding that to my list of things to do. He was asked to do it, and he needs to be doing it. So anyways, the reason why he got his truck taken away is because yesterday I decided to look at grades. And he's failing 4 classes. Ryan is. And there was some absences on some classes, because you can also look at their absences to see if they've been cutting class, to see if they've been at school, and something's going on. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know if he's skipping school. He tells me he's not. He told me he was in the bathroom when she took attendance. He's got all these excuses. And y'all, I'm not naive. I mean, I might be nice, but I'm not naive. I know what I was doing at his age. I was no angel. And I know a lot of us, you know, did a lot of things at that age, especially when you can start driving and you have that freedom. But it doesn't matter if I did it or not. He's going to do it too, I'm sure, but I still have to be the parent. I still have to discipline him and tell him that's not okay and that there's consequences. I was so mad yesterday. It's a good thing I didn't have to do my whip and chat yesterday. And I thought about that. I'm like, good thing I'm not talking to them today, because I was hot. I was so pissed off. I was mad because of his grades. I was mad because it looks like he had not been going to some of his classes. And then I was mad. And then I was mad at myself, thinking, oh, you know, I haven't been involved enough, and I haven't been, you know, I was, feeling like I was a bad mom and having all those feelings, or focusing too much on Lou and not on the boys and all those things. But I was so mad. As soon as he walked in that door yesterday from school, I said, you need to come to my bedroom and we need to talk. And he came in there, and I closed the door, and we had a heart to heart. He had all these excuses of, you know, like I said, going to the bathroom and this and that, but I don't believe it. So I said, I'm taking your truck away. And so I had to drive him and Nate to school this morning, which normally he takes Nate on Wednesdays. But that's fine. I picked him up, and I said, you know what? I'll take you to school, but I'm not going to pick you up. I said, you can either walk or get a ride home, but I don't pick up Nate. Nate walks home, and they go to the same school now. So I'm not going to do it. And so I put my foot down. He goes, okay. He didn't really say much. He didn't argue, but y'all, oh my gosh. And, you know, I knew this, you know, so many people ask, you know, oh, you know, they're at that age, things are going to start. And I'm like, oh, no, he's good. He's always where he says he's going to be. He's a good kid. We haven't had any issues yet, y'all. I need to knock on some wood, because I think it's coming, and it has come. And here we go. So, and he's got homecoming this weekend, and we spent all this money on a suit, and the tailor getting everything hemmed, and then shoes and all these things. I don't care. I told him, I said, you've got this week to get these grades and get these assignments done. I said, if you don't get these done, you're not going to homecoming. So first it was the truck, and next it will be taking away that big event this weekend. So hopefully he pulls it together, and then we're going to take his computer out of his room. So y'all, he's going to be on lockdown. He can't do it on his own. He's always struggled with grades and school and staying organized and focused. And part of his problem is he's smart. He just doesn't turn things in. So, oh my gosh, y'all. And I know the ones that y'all that have kids and you've been through this, you're probably like, yep. So y'all just, it's kind of what I'm going through right now. All right. I feel better. I've got to vent about that. Got to tell y'all, you know, kind of where I'm at right now in my head currently with this kid. All right. But there's so many other things to talk about. Some good things. Okay, y'all. It hasn't been all bad. Hasn't been all challenging, I should say. It's not bad. It's just challenging. It's what you got to deal with at 16. Yeah. It's par for the course. I know, like I said, I know what I was like. Woo! And he's not going to get much past me because I was naughty. I was not good. I mean, I wasn't really, really bad, like, you know, go to jail or anything, but I was bad. And Mom, Dad, if y'all are watching, you're probably nodding your head. Y'all know what I was up to. Yep. Okay. So I took a lot of notes of what's been going on this week. So I have a funny story. Last Wednesday, I had taken Jasper to the vet. And, you know, it was just for a couple of his shots and you know, physical. And they said he looked good and all that good stuff. And we got his lab work, you know, back a couple days later. And they called me and they said he's great, perfect. I'm like, so he's good. But when I was there, I just thought I would ask a vet, you know, a specialist who maybe knew more than me, because I've actually looked it up on the internet and I got different answers. But Jasper licks our feet incessantly. And it's not just our feet, people that come, he loves to lick feet. And I just want to know why. Is there a reason? And what is the reason? I looked it up several months ago and it's like, had all these different things, showing their, their love for you, their this, their that. And I was like, okay, I'm going to ask a vet. So y'all, she probably thought I was crazy. But I asked her, she's like, do you have any questions for me? I'm like, I actually do. I said, he licks a lot. He licks our feet a lot. Do you know why he does that? Y'all, this was her answer to me. She said, that's what he likes to do. And I was like, what? Well, that's what he likes to do. That was the answer I got from a vet. Seriously? Well, I know that. That's not helpful. And then she's like, but you can fix that. It's hard. But we can get him to stop doing that. And I'm like, no, we like it. She probably thinks I'm the craziest lady. I told her we like our feet to be licked because we do. There's no shame. I'm not going to lie. It feels good. And we all like it. The only person that does not like it is my husband. He thinks it's disgusting and gross, which some of y'all may also think that. But we all love it. All the kids and I don't mind. We like it. And we just have gotten used to it. And we just let him do it. But yeah, I told her, I'm like, no, we're good. We don't need to teach him not to do that. We like it. So, but yeah, that's what he likes to do. That was such a strange response and just not helpful whatsoever. But yeah, so the good news is Jasper is in perfect health. So, and I love that little dog. So I was so happy to hear that. And whenever I got the call from the vet a couple days later with his lab results, I was nervous, because you never know. You never know if something's going to be wrong, but so happy. He's like one of my kids. So yeah, Jasper's good. And then I had gone to the doctor, what day was it? Oh, Thursday. And then because I'd had the blood work done, a week or two before that. And so they wanted to meet with me and talk about my blood results. And I've got very, very low sodium. And I'm like, I think I mentioned this to y'all. This is so weird because I eat tortilla chips every day, soup, which is loaded with sodium. I love salt. And my husband's like, well, maybe that's why you like it so much because you're craving it. But what the doctor thinks it is, she thinks it's some of the medication that I'm on. And so she's like, you need to talk to your psychiatrist. And, so I had a meeting the very next day with my psychiatrist, my monthly meeting. And I said, well, here's what my doctor said. She's worried about my sodium levels. And my psychiatrist had the results because I had emailed them over to her. And she looked at them. She goes, oh yeah, these are really low. She goes, these are probably, because I told her I feel tired sometimes. And she's like, no, this can affect that. And so she told me I need to drink a lot more water. So I kind of got a little lecture about water intake. So I was like, okay. And so speaking of water, Bev, if you're watching, or if y'all watch Bev, she's got that hydro jug, which it's this huge jug. And maybe I need to get one of those because I'm bad about drinking water. So that's one of the things I have to change. I have to drink more water. And then in addition to that, which is kind of a bummer, but she thinks one of my medications is what's that's affecting my sodium levels. And that one is for depression. And I was like, okay, so instead of just maybe putting me on a different one, she decides to lower my dose. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm a little scared that it's just, instead of taking, the 2 pills, I'm just taking 1.5. So I have to snap one of them in half. So we're just lowering it by 50. I don't think I'll see a huge difference, but that's like one of the, that's the good pills. And so I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of sucky. Because, I always feel pretty even leveled, and I think we've got the medication where it needs to be. Because, I do suffer from anxiety and depression, and, like a lot of us do. And I, am on medication for it, and I've been on for a while, and it's been helping. But, so we'll see. I hope, the change. I kind of thought she just would have put me on a different medication, but so I have to go back and do blood work again in 3 weeks after just taking this lower dosage to see if it helps. But I also need to start drinking my water. Speaking of, let me get a sip of water. All right, y'all? Got to drink the water. Okay. So that was Thursday. Friday, I just stayed home all day and I did laundry. I got all the laundry done and I watched a show. I don't watch a whole lot of TV. I mean, I watched Dexter whenever Jenny and Abigail were doing an event, not an event, but they would do a Murderous Monday. And every Monday they had a live and we would talk about Dexter. We would all watch the show together on our own, and then we would do recaps. It was so much fun. So I really enjoyed that show. And I just really haven't watched it. I just watch YouTube, and that's really it. Yeah. So I haven't, but I love American Horror Story. I don't know if I have any other fans out there, but the 10th season is out, season 10. And y'all, it's wild. It's horror. It's scary. So it's not for everybody. But I love that stuff, and it's so weird, and just, so the 10th season came out on Prime Video, so I bought the season, and there's only 4 episodes, I think, that have come out so far. They don't release them all at once like Netflix does. You have to kind of wait, and I don't know when the next one comes out, but I binged watched that on Friday as I did laundry. It was so good. I diamond painted, watched that, and then I would just keep changing the laundry out. It was so fun. So I did that Friday. So I kind of just chilled, which felt good, and just watched some TV. And then Friday after school, Lou, so all week, she always wants to go and somewhere after school, because she doesn't get a chance to really go anywhere. She's doing school every day. I'm like, I know, I get a chance to get out and run errands and, go places, and she doesn't. So all week she'd been asking me, and I'm like, no, maybe this weekend. Well, Friday, she's like, it's the weekend. Can we go somewhere? I was like, where do we need to go? What are you wanting to do? She's like, can we go to the mall? I'm not a big shopper. Not a huge shopper. And I was like, I don't like the mall. I'm like, what are we going to do at the mall? She's like, we're just going to walk around and look. Yeah, right. I was like, okay. I said, you just had your birthday. I said, I'm not buying you a lot of stuff. So we're just going to put that up front right now. Okay, she says to me, but picture day was today. So she was like, I do need to find an outfit for picture day. So she kind of got me. I was like, okay. So we went to Dillard's, which is one of the department stores we have in the mall. And we actually found a dress, and it was on sale. We were in the sale. So I was proud of her. And there were some other things she wanted and she liked, but once we looked at the price tag, they were so expensive. And like I said, I was really proud of her because she would put it back. She wouldn't whine, she wouldn't complain, she wouldn't beg for it. She just was like, yeah, that's too much. And she'd put it back. But we found this cute little dress, and it's kind of a sundress. So she had to wear a little t-shirt underneath it because it's kind of got some spaghetti straps with like some little ruffles on it. So she wore a shirt underneath it for the picture day today. But yeah, so we got that dress. And I have to admit, we had a really good time. She's fun to hang out with, and I really enjoy her age. She's 9, so it's just, she's fun. and she likes all the girly stuff. And so she kind of makes it, we were looking at makeup and jewelry and sunglasses and all the outfits and just, I don't know. I told her as we were leaving, I'm like, that was actually really fun. So we went after that, we went and just to kind of walk through the mall and just see, window shop and see the other stores. And I bought her a pair of sandals during the summer, and they started ripping recently, and she wears them all the time. They're little Birkenstocks that she wears, little black ones. And so she's like, Mom, you know, I'd like a pair of Crocs. Now, probably most of y'all are familiar with Crocs. And so I said, okay, well, because a lot of the girls that I've seen, her little friends come over and they all take their shoes off and leave them at the front door, and they all have these little cute Crocs. And Lou doesn't have any Crocs, so she found a tie-dye pair, and then they have those little things you can stick in the shoes because they have the holes. They're called gibbets, I think they're called, and you can do like, you know, cute little things. So she got an L and an avocado and a bike and a sun. So she got to personalize them a little bit. They're really cute, and I know she'll just slip those on to go play outside. And they cover her toes, which is good. The Birkenstocks didn't, so I didn't really like that they were open-toed. I was always kind of afraid she was going to scrape her little toes, you know, riding her bike or playing outside. So she wore them to school on Monday. So she likes them. She just put some socks on. I'm like, are you allowed to wear these to school? She's like, oh yeah, lots of girls wear them to school. So she wore them. And yeah, so she's rocking a new pair of Crocs. She's loving the Crocs. And then Friday night, we did not do pizza. Y'all, we normally do pizza Friday nights, as y'all know, if you've been watching. We did not do pizza because I had taken Ryan. Oh yeah, I forgot that. Thursday night, I took Ryan to the tailor to get his pants and jacket hemmed for homecoming. And it took a little while and we were out. And so I just picked up Chick-fil-A for dinner. But I had some ground beef because I was going to make spaghetti. And so that was still in the refrigerator. It needed to be cooked. So and I just picked up Chick-fil-A. So then we did the pasta. We did spaghetti Friday night. Still Italian, but I still had to make dinner, but that was okay. I didn't have to make dinner Thursday night, so I got a break. So we did that. Ryan's clothes are supposed to be back Thursday. So, because homecoming is this weekend, if he gets to go. Y'all, we've spent so much money on all this stuff. Oh my gosh. But I need to like not worry about that and discipline him like it's supposed to happen. If he doesn't, you know, do what I said, I need to follow through. So, doesn't matter. What else? That was Friday. Let's see. Oh, also when we were at the mall, she was like, all these things she wanted, right? And I was like, you know, I was talking to a friend recently and she told me that this year she heard that you should be doing your Christmas shopping early because like supply and demand and like stores getting in things could, you know, be harder this year. So she's like, you know, I was told to do your Christmas shopping early. I'm like, ooh, that's a really good idea. So while we were at the mall, I told Lou, I said, if there's anything you want, I'm like, let's take pictures and, you know, it'll give me ideas for Christmas. So she wanted all these things, you know, slippers, these, you know, these cute like Ugg slippers, and the Uggs are expensive. And so I took a picture of some Ugg slippers, but I'm going to try to find some knockoffs, for her. She won't know the difference. She just likes the style. And, so yeah, I got some Christmas ideas for her when we were at the mall, took a bunch of pictures. Saturday, Lou had her, so she is a cheerleader. She cheers for a little football league, and she had her first game, and she's been practicing for the last, every Sunday she's had practice for the past, I'd say month and a half. So she's worked really hard. They've learned their halftime dance and all their cheers and everything, and she loves cheer. This is her fourth year to do cheerleading. So she had her first game, and the game wasn't until like, so what was it, 4 or 6? It was late. It was like late. So she asked me all day long, how much longer? How much longer? How much longer? I'm like, oh my gosh. But yeah, the game, I think it was at 6. Yeah, it was. It was a 6 o'clock game. So it was pretty late. But you know, they're getting older, so they can stay up later. You know, when she first started, they'd have us like at the 7 o'clock games and 8 o'clock games. And I'm like, oh, I like these later ones. So, and this weekend, her game is at 2. So I kind of like that we don't have to get up early on the weekends. But she did a great job. She loved it. I got videos and pictures and all that good stuff. And so, yep, she had her first game. Now, she is on the Hurricanes, is the name of her team. And there's the restaurant Cane's, which they love, the chicken strips. So, of course, she's, afterwards, she's like, can we go to Cane's? So she really wanted to go to Cane's in her Cane's cheer uniform. And so her and I went there afterwards and got dinner. And then Graham took care of the boys and they got pizza. So, yeah, we were out for a little while. And so that was Saturday. Didn't really do much during the day Saturday, which was nice because, I did all the laundry Friday. And normally I spend all weekend doing laundry. So that was good. What else happened on Saturday? Oh, y'all, I do know what I did Saturday during the day. Lou really wanted to pull out our decorations for fall. And I'm like, yes, I'm good with that. So we went in the closet and we pulled out all the fall decor and I decorated. Yes, so Saturday I just kind of took my time. And the thing that I really love the most, and I was going to tell you all about these, if you like them, I bought them like a week before one day when she was at school. I was returning some things to some stores. Bath and Body Works. It's, they have those wall plugins and you can put the little, scents inside of them, the little refills, and they smell so good. I grabbed, because I have them all throughout the house and we've had the same scent. It's the white tea and sage. I love it. But we've had it for like 2 years and I've just constantly just buy the same scent. And I don't even smell it anymore. And I'd walk in the house, I never smell it. So I think we just gotten used to it or just, I don't know. But to have a different scent, it smells so good in the house right now. Even Ryan came home that first, like when he got home after I put him up and he goes, why does it smell so good in here? So the scent is sweet. I think I wrote it down. Sweet cinnamon pumpkin. Yes, sweet cinnamon pumpkin. Y'all need to go check that out if y'all have access to Bath and Body Works. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like fall. So I've got one in the bedroom, so I'm smelling it right now. I've got one when you first walk in the house. My husband kind of gets on to me and he kind of thinks I'm obsessed and a little addicted to these things. And I kind of go overboard with them, but I love them. I probably have about 5 throughout the house. Yeah. But I love them. I love smelling this stuff. So I got those. So I put those out and got the fall pillows going, got the pumpkin pillows out and all the pumpkins and the fall leaves. I decorated the mantle. And yes, so y'all loving it. We've got all the fall stuff out. So we did that Saturday and then she had her game Saturday night. And then Sunday was kind of chill. Sunday, she had cheer practice, at 2. So I took her and a friend to go do that. And then what else happened? That was Sunday. That was pretty much it. It's pretty low key. And then Monday, Nate, my middle son, he had so driving classes started. I signed him up because, once you turn 15, you can start taking driving classes. Now, these are the in-class ones with an instructor. It's not actually driving. This is just the taught one. And it's for 4 weeks. And he has to go for 4 weeks. And it's Monday through Thursday. And it's from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So he has to go 2 hours almost every night for 4 weeks. And then you're done. And then, he'll get his permit. And then he will start the actually, driving with an instructor in the car. So yeah, he had his first lesson. He was kind of pushing back a little bit before the class because he's my homebody and he never really goes anywhere. And he was like, Mom, why can't I just do this virtually? Why can't I do this online? I was like, no, we're not going to. No, just go to the classes, get it over with. Because I know, trying to self-manage, doing it online. I was like, I don't want to do that. No, we're just not going to do it. So he was kind of fighting me on it, but he enjoyed it. He said it was boring, but he wasn't against it anymore. And then he had a second class Tuesday night, so last night, and y'all, it was so awesome. He's excited about it now. He's got this excitement about it, and he takes his test, the written test. You take it on day 3, so they really just like jump right in. And so he takes that tonight and he's like, Mom, I'm going to study. So he's been studying and he told me, parallel parking. He watched some videos online on YouTube. So he's really into it, but that's Nate. He does the research and really wants to know what's going on before he does something. So so last night on the way home, I had Lou with me because she wanted to go with me to pick him up. we were getting close to our neighborhood. And I said, hey, buddy, I said, do you want to drive us in? Do you want to drive once we get into the neighborhood? Do you want to drive to the house? And y'all, he's never driven before, ever. He doesn't even know the pedals. He had no clue what was going on. And it was nighttime. And I was like, oh, but you know what? Why not? Throw him in, figure it out. And so he was like, oh, Mom, I don't know. I'm nervous. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just try. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to, but let's just try. So I pull over, I get into the neighborhood, pull over, and he's like, well, let's just go to our street. I'm like, okay. So I got even further into the neighborhood. So he just went on our street, but we get out, swap places. Lou hops in the back, and he was like, okay. I said, okay, here's the brake. Here's the gas. You just use the same foot. Use this foot, and it's that simple. That's all you gotta do. And he was like, that's it? And I'm like, yeah, you can do this. And he was like, okay. So it was a little rough, but, he got it. I told him, you got to have the brake pushed in whenever you change to drive. Right now you're in park. So we kind of went through all the basics. And, the toughest part is the sensitivity, right, of the gas and the brake. He kind of like pressed the brake kind of hard, and we kind of like, took off. And he's like, whoa. And then he slammed on the brakes, and Lou and I went flying forward. And Lou didn't have her seatbelt on. I was like, Lou, put your seatbelt on. Oh my gosh. I probably shouldn't have had Lou in the car, but oh well. Y'all, the things we do, I'll tell you what, but it was entertaining. So we get to the house, we get in front of the house, cause he wasn't going to pull in the driveway or anything, or especially not in the garage. And so he goes, well, I said, you did great. I'm like, that was really good. And he goes, yeah, that wasn't too bad. And he had to do a turn, and so he goes, can I go a little bit longer? I was like, absolutely. So he went around the block a couple of times, and he was so proud of himself. It was the first time he had ever driven. So it's exciting to see their firsts. Even, now that they're older, they're still going to have all these cool firsts. And so by the time I got inside, cause he hopped out on the street and went inside. So I backed up the car, pulled up the driveway, pulled it in the garage. And so he was already inside for a little while. And I get in the house and I don't see Nate, and I see my husband, and I'm like, where's Nate? He goes, oh, he went up to his room. And I said, did he tell you he drove? He goes, yes. He told me all about it. And he was so excited. And I'm like, I know, he did it. He was kind of my one that didn't seem like he was really interested in driving at all. So, but yeah, that's all it takes, y'all. They just get a little taste and they're like, yes, let's do this. And they can start to see the freedom and their age. It just all happens at once. They just grow up so fast, y'all. My babies are growing up so fast, but that's natural thing. That's how it goes. So yeah, he drove last night, which was awesome. And then, what else? Gosh. Oh, one more little story for y'all before we go. So I don't know if I've told y'all before, but I think I have. I am not very good in the kitchen. Okay. Let's just put it that way. I don't like it. I have no interest in it, and I'm not good at it. I just do not know how to cook, nor do I want to know. I just don't. I get a lot of prepackaged stuff. I know it's not probably the healthiest, but it's what we do. So, I decided on Monday to make salmon for everybody. I got it at Costco. And I got salmon and broccoli and rice. And I'm like, I'm going to feed everybody healthy. I'm going to cook tonight. Well, everybody was complaining about the salmon, including my husband. No one wanted to eat it. I was trying to feed everybody healthy. I'd made this nice dinner. And my husband's like, yeah, I don't really like it either. It's a texture thing. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, fine. I'm like, I won't, it was just him and I sitting at the dinner table at that point because the kids had already eaten. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I won't make salmon again. And everybody ate it because they knew it was the last time that I was going to be buying it, because no one wanted it. No one liked it. So, my husband and I are sitting there talking, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just trying to feed us healthy. He's like, no, you're right. I see what you're trying to do, and it's good. It's not you. I just don't like the texture. I'm like, okay. He goes, have you ever thought about, yeah. And I said, no, I was just trying to do something different, because I feel like we get stuck in a rut, and I feel like we eat the same stuff over and over again. So I was trying to switch it up. And he goes, well, have you ever thought about, looking at some recipes. And y'all, I looked at him like he was crazy. I'm like, I gave him that look like, what? No, I just told you a few minutes ago that we just talked about I don't like to cook. And I have no interest in cooking. So why would I be looking up recipes? And I kind of gave him that look like, what? And he looked at me and he goes, no, I'm not talking about something complicated. I'm just saying like something with like 5 ingredients. I'm like, no, I don't think about like during the day. I don't think about looking at recipes. Nope, that never crosses my mind. I'd rather be looking at other things online. So yeah, no, y'all, I just don't. That would actually be funny if y'all could watch me cook something if I did a video. But again, nope, no interest. I just don't know why. My husband can cook, but he's the one that's always working and he's busy. So, it always falls on me. But, last night we did Taco Tuesday and I go buy the same meat every week and just microwave it. They have carnitas, they had shredded chicken. Now last night Nate actually helped me cook, so that was good. He cut up all the chicken for me. We had some leftover chicken breast and he cut that up and did some onions. Nate's good in the kitchen. He's really, really good. He's a little chef. So I had his help. Come on, ABs. And then, and then Monday, I made a meal plan for the week. I was trying. Then Monday we had salmon, right? And we're going to we'll see how tonight goes. I don't know. I'm trying something different. When I was at Costco, I bought a bag of stir fry, like a frozen bag of stir fry. And I bought some chicken. So I'm going to barbecue some chicken on the grill. And then we have a really cool wok that I got from China that I actually saw the gentleman that makes the woks. He handmade it. And I actually have a book there about him. He's famous. And I have a wok from him. It was so cool to see him make it. So that's really, really special. So I'm going to use the wok and I'm going to try to make some stir fry with the vegetables and the chicken. But I'm sure I'll get some, I don't like it. So y'all, I'll tell you what. I will tell you what. And then Thursday night, it is Chick-fil-A. I've got that on and then Friday is pizza. Y'all, that's why we do pizza Friday nights. And that's why I always am so happy about it, because I don't know how to cook, nor do I want to learn. I just don't like it. I don't get it. I have no pleasure in it. Absolutely none. So, yep. But my husband knew this when he married me. They all make fun of me, but I still put dinner on the table every night. Somehow, some way, we figure it out. But yeah, sorry, this was kind of a all over the place kind of video. I just feel like I needed to rant a little bit, maybe do a little complaining. I just needed to get some stuff off my chest. You guys, it's just, yeah. So I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you got some work done. I got some, look at this. It's coming together. Y'all look up from your diamond paintings. Look at mine. Look at mine. See? I don't know if y'all can see, but I did I did some here. I got this section done. How I kind of work my way up normally is I'll kind of just start at the bottom and look and see where, what symbols I have a majority of. And I'll just kind of work my way up like that. Like I saw that symbol and then I saw there was some up here, but I definitely just I'll be able to finish this square today, especially since nobody's here. My husband did leave again, so we'll see if he stays gone. I don't know. But I'm going to enjoy the peace and quiet. I hope you guys have a good day on your day that you're watching this, or evening. Hope you guys are doing good. Again, tell me below what's going on with you. I'd love to hear. And yeah, what time are we at? Yeah, I think we're at a good hour. It's funny, y'all. I don't know how it works out, but I don't keep track of the time at all. I just look up maybe a couple times, if that, maybe at least once. But I always I don't know how, but I seem to always end up at about an hour. It's almost like that's all I got, but that's how long I wanted to go. So I don't know how it always works out that way, but it seems to always be about an hour. It's kind of cool how that happens. And then of course, beginning of the week, I always kind of freak out a little bit because I'm always thinking, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. And I've never skipped a whip and chat ever. As soon as I am like, y'all, that's one thing about me. I'm there, and I will, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And that's just how I am. And so when I started this channel and I started doing women chats on certain days, I'm like not going to veer from that. I love routines, and that's when I do. I film them Wednesday and I put them out Thursday, and I've never missed one. But there are weeks where I'm like, I don't have anything to talk about. What am I going to? And then I get nervous. I'm like, I don't think I can do it. I don't know what I'm going to say for an hour, and then I end up just bleh for an hour. So I really appreciate you guys more than you know, probably, because I don't get together with, friends very often. My husband works a lot. Sometimes I end up venting to my other children about their other sibling, which I probably shouldn't do that, but I know I do. Like if Ryan's doing something, I vent to Nate and Lou, vice versa, and everybody. So I appreciate y'all giving me your ear and letting me talk it off, because sometimes you just got to get it off your chest, and I feel better. I feel better. So if y'all, this is going to be it. I'm going to get out of here. What time is it now? It is almost 11. I'm going to go eat my Starbucks breakfast sandwich. I'm going to go heat it up. It's a sausage, egg, and cheddar. Ooh, that sounds good. And I'm going to finish the rest of my coffee. And I'm going to continue to diamond paint. Yeah, I'm going to go watch some other YouTubers and see what everybody's up to. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for joining me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, y'all, there's a subscribe button down there. And then there's a notification bell right next to it. So click on both of those things and you'll be ready to go with me. You'll be updated every time I post any videos. And then if you've already subscribed, thank you all very, very much. Mwah. Love you guys more than, like I said, y'all mean more to me than you might even know. So, okay, with that being said, I'm gonna head out. All right, you guys, take care. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye guys.